Announce. Should probably plug in my Ethernet cable, just in case.
Woohoo.
Uh.
Gotta get that good shit internet.
Host. I'm gonna have to look at that one later.
We do get a long rest, right?
Yes, we leveled up.
Yeah.
That's why. That's
Oh
why
my
I was
God.
like, I'm pretty
Phoenix
sure.
and I took a long rest.
Oh my
I was
God,
I'm
he
pretty
did it.
sure, but
That rules.
What?
what's the gasp for?
Sorry. John finally released a sports bra.
Let's go.
Okay.
It only took him like a year of people like bugging him about releasing a bra. That rules. Yeah, he released sports bra, leggings with pockets, and 2 different dresses. God, and one of them has pockets. I want this dress now. But it's $56.
Oh,
That
jeez,
rules.
Devin, how low was your health?
Very, but I
took 30 damage from a fireball, and that's about it. Oh wait, no, I also got hit by a sacred flamer too.
Yeah, because recovering 30 and you said you only have 40 some? Jeez.
phone, shut up.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't
that's
done it yet.
And that's after the level up too. Before I had like 36.
Yeah, because Malcolm helped you out a bit.
No, Malcolm helped
He
out.
didn't actually.
I was gonna,
I
and then
thought-
all 3 of you nagged me, and so I went and helped Jeremy instead.
Because Jeremy was
Uh-oh.
literally
Oh,
on
I
the
know,
ground dying. I was
I
alive with
know,
like
I
8
know.
health.
I am aware.
Yeah, Yuriko was like, I have 8 health, I'm fine.
I mean, you did have
Right, I
7
forgot about
more.
that. Although now I get the feeling that if Mask takes over, not gonna be as easy to take Jeremy down again.
Probably not. I haven't actually
More health, yay!
Yeah, Jeremy's got. Well, Jeremy actually hasn't or has he?
I have.
Okay, why is your HP the same?
Wait, what?
It is?
It's 76, wasn't it higher than it felt? Am I crazy?
Hold on.
No, yeah, that's about the same because
What's
we
his-
were
what's his
about on
constitution?
par.
Constitution is +2.
Yeah, because we were about on par, and right now I have 105.
Yeah, he should have 100 something.
Okay, let's see. 12 plus 26 plus 7 times 12.
Also, I woke up an hour ago and I didn't have time to put in the walls. Please respect the walls. I have to, as soon as this session is over, I have to do my Duolingo because I actually haven't done it yet today. I fell right to sleep.
Oh, that's how you spell Skyrim. Okay.
It's a weird spelling. Oh,
Jeremy should have 122 health.
oh shit.
the chunk.
The... No, stop. Why? Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Fixed.
Yeah.
Don't ever call him the Chonk again.
I will
Now
do
I
it
only
to
will
annoy
answer
you.
to the chomp.
No! No! We're not. No! Bad!
He is legally changing his name.
No! I like Jeremy Fitzgibbon. The fucking thing isn't even showing. Why won't you show?
Yeah, so you get your 2 brutal criticals now. 2 dice.
Hello. Alright. Unless y'all have any less, I don't think you do, have anything else you want to do in the train. We have moved off. Look at you. So yeah, welcome to the Skyrian station.
Woohoo!
Unlike
Yippee!
the one in Kalistar, this one is inside, although it is still very fucking cold. I assume, Yuriko, you gave at least Asmodai the winter wear that you bought, because I know you did buy some.
Yep.
I
Yep,
bought
I
some
have it.
for everyone, so everyone in our party should have some, even my retainers.
I'm not sure Jeremy could fit in any, but yeah, sure.
I bought it in his size.
Okay.
We know a very good tailor.
You do know that very, not chauvinistic, that's not the word, that tailor. Yeah, okay, also speaking of retainers, I didn't put them in the map because I forgot to.
Or gore. Yeah.
Look at everybody. Yeah, so right away, y'all are all leaving from the first 2 trains, like the cabin and dining car, and you can see Casey bringing Lissa along. Nina is standing by the door, and she's got this, like, this is fine type smile on.
I make sure to go over here and thank these 2 again
Aw.
for letting my retainers come on.
Aww.
And Jeremy pokes his head around and waves goodbye to the little one.
Fucking Jeremy, you're so precious and good. I love you so much. Like, Eve is holding on to, I forgot my own character's name, Alan. Like, everyone's good. Everyone's happy. Herlock is, like, yeah, everyone's doing alright. Y'all can come to the exit where Nina is saying, thank you very much for, I have to get back in my taco voice. Thank you very much for riding with us. I'm terribly sorry for what's happened. Please choose us again, as we're probably your only option unless you can teleport. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon.
Ah, darn, I should have picked that spell. I'm at the level where I can learn it now.
I didn't know that was
Most exciting train ride I've been on.
also probably the only one.
Technically.
Yeah, so yeah. Also, I forgot to put him in here. Whoops. This dude. He is got
Who?
this man's here. Is ready to give you your weaponry. Except you, Jeremy. Sorry. So you... How do I... Yeah. You... When you went...
I assume I put my stuff back as soon as, like, all the conflict settled.
Oh yeah, you were probably like, I should not be seen with this. Jeremy, you remember when you went into the cabin to see Eve, she was kind of sulking. It is only now that it is noticed that something happened to the guillotine. And it is, its handle is in splinters.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Like, Yuriko knows do you know mending? You did.
I do know mending. I did at one point, and then we... Wait, no, I still know it.
Do you?
Okay.
Hey, Viscera, your axe is busted.
I mean, he didn't make it.
Well,
Can
still,
we fix it? Yes, we can!
You can
Oh, God.
cast mending on it. Are you gonna try and cast mending on it?
Yeah, I tried cast mending on it.
Are you going to Eve? She's not the one who has it.
I thought Eve was carrying it.
No, Eve broke it.
Is Alan carrying it?
No, it's over here with the rest of the weaponry, with the acolyte.
Okay, I'll go over here and cast.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at explaining. I'm tired.
Time to mend Eve.
I will mend the
mend
I will
the
mend
child.
the child. I can fix her.
I will say, as you
I picked the hammer and fixed the baby.
fix the baby, as you cast mending on it, this on the handle where it's been broken multiple times, like when she opened the chest, there is this crackling of black sparks as you attempt to put these together, and it does get fixed for a moment before it once again just kind of falls apart. And yeah, the three of you notice Eve is kind of just not... Eve is kind of holding closer to Alan now. Like, oh, they're gonna be mad at me because I did this thing. Yeah.
Alright, Eve. I can just find another weapon.
You're too nice. The mask is like... He doesn't seem so upset about the weapon itself so much as it seems... like,
One less way to murder people.
no, he seems more bothered that you keep being nice to Eve. Sorry, I have to wake up before I can do my mask voice. Give me a second, I'm gonna grab my water. Don't do it, by the way. I have it, you don't.
Yep. I'll wait till a more opportune time.
Okay. Yeah, you can take the pieces of the guillotine, though, since you don't know if you could fix it.
Jeremy can take the pieces of the guillotine.
Oh yeah, you can't. Well, you could. You can't take the whole thing. That is true.
Yeah, like I have, I can carry about 4 more pounds of items. 3.5 rather.
Wow, you are a weak ass scrub, aren't you?
Yeah, I can carry a total of 120 pounds, and the rest of my carrying capacity is filled up with other stuff.
God damn. There's too many people in this hallway. Yeah, I mean, other than that, y'all can pick up your weapons. You have them again, save for the giant axe that's capable of cutting people in half.
A lot of the weight is stuff like rations and water skins.
You could probably get rid of some of that, since we don't use them.
That's fair, yeah.
I swear, if the Saints are waiting for us once we step out of this station...
We could take them, even without that stupid axe. Besides, we didn't throw them out the window as much as I thought we should.
I should have gotten a spell that lets me... Never mind.
Lets you itch?
I was gonna say, like, create a weapon for him.
Oh,
But
like
I didn't. I would have had no way of knowing that this would happen, so it wouldn't make sense for me to prepare it.
Yeah, you're good.
Weapons break.
Wear and tear. Yeah.
Some are actually broken. Y'all can choose. Yeah, y'all can just exit. I'm not gonna stop you. You can see
Cool.
who's waiting out there. I don't think any of you... Yuriko might recognize her. Ignore these two. They're not present. They're gone. Go away.
Let's see if I do.
Yeah, you can roll me history. Yeah, you did research on Skyria. It was one of the places you and Nisaka wanted to go. And so you know that the current someone who is set to be the ruler this is her. This is the Tsarevna, Theodora Korol the First.
I bow.
She curtsies back. She's, contrary to her token, she's wearing a very long, very thick-looking, furry white coat that is encompassing kind of her whole body, save for her booted feet, as she approaches you, Jeremy, and she looks up at your face with heavy scrutiny.
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum.
What? Is there still some blood on the mask?
I mean, probably. Her face sort of softens, and she gives a deep bow, and she says, "It is a pleasure to meet a legend such as Visara. I welcome the three of you to Skyria."
Ah, great. Now I have to deal with Viscera's eagle.
Oh, good. Is this really the Queenie, by the way? This shrimp-ass thing? He's not being sexist, she's just small.
If she is, you better hope she can't hear you.
When has anyone been able to hear me before? Except for these two. Begrudgingly.
When the mask says this, I explain who she is.
As soon as you start, he's like, yeah, fucking... One moment you're disintegrating things and actually being useful, and then the next minute you think... I still think we should ditch you.
You did ask.
She kind of bobs her head to the side as you say that, because no, she can't hear the mask.
It's a whole thing. It's fine.
She,
He can only speak telepathically.
Oh. That is different. Her face sort of gets contorts into a little bit of, confusion.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a mouth, so...
You say that, and she looks at you, and she says, you misunderstand, Mr. Visage. In the past, this was not necessary.
I'm sorry, you can hear me?
I did study with magic for a very long time. I do know message, it is basic cantrip.
Oh, well... Hello? Nice to meet you, I guess?
So casual with a monarch. One of the guards kind of taps at her and she backs towards them. Forgive me, they are very concerned. We had heard there was, plenty of things on train. And allow me to apologize. Such lapse in security is not common.
I mean, nothing we couldn't handle.
And you might want to up your security for your coronation, just precaution.
That is plan. I plan to make sure everything has been, increased. Not just for my safety, but for everyone here. As these ones leave. I was gonna have Herlock do a thing. I don't know if I want him to do it anymore.
You can do it after the Servant leaves.
No, because it requires her. It's not that funny. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
But she sort of... 3 of these guards sort of break away as she speaks in a different language none of you understand. And they head off. You can assume... Well, you don't have to, as she says. They will be taking care of the, I believe her name was Melissa? They will be taking care of her while I introduce the rest of you to Skyria myself. I need to make sure everyone here is close. You know what? I'm not gonna make...
To what do we owe this honor?
Uh...
I'm
you
probably
really
saying
need
the
to
phrase
ask?
wrong.
No, you are saying it right. It's just, she is, like... She looks up at Jeremy again and she says, "It would not normally be necessary, but I do think it is important that certain people have respect shown. After all, it has been many years since we have seen him." He once again... Aren't I such a blessing? Ain't I such a blessing?
No. You're not.
More of a curse.
Asmo, your pass so fucking high. You can basically see everything, and I actually kind of hate it.
Soon I will be able to perceive God.
Yeah, literally.
Asmodai the Paranoid.
That's his true sight. Hold on.
Asmodai, you
I
can
don't think I get that.
see many things right now. Right now, primarily, I'd say what you're focused on is the fact that Emmy is, once again, she has her eyes trained on Jeremy, but not in such a, like a, oh, this guy's dangerous type way. More in like a, what the, like, trying to, like, gauge him and his danger. But more prominently, you see this thing way over here.
No.
Ah!
Sorry.
Fuck. God damn it.
I typed it so as not to be intrusive.
That's not why he was saying fuck.
Yeah.
But he looks unlike...
Can't escape.
Hmm?
I can't escape them.
That you can't, but you're the only person who notices him as he's far away and kind of faded. You also notice he doesn't look like he's noticed you. It looks more like he is... For the first time that you've known this guy, he actually looks kind of angry. And he looks angry off... he doesn't look like he's looking at any of the three of you. He's looking off at this gaggle over here. God,
That's fine. You
sorry,
can have
I
business with them.
I smell something real nasty in my room, and it's distracting the shit out of me. But before long, I'll take you here.
Sorry.
Welcome to New York if it was a logging empire.
Oh no, we lost Clover.
Dumb joke.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to act. You two need to load.
There.
There everyone is. Okay. They're all gonna spread out. Malcolm's not here. Malcolm
How
is...
the fuck do they have a water fountain?
It's indoors, mostly.
It's very cold
Okay.
water fountain.
Indoors and magically heated. It's magic! Jazz hands.
When in doubt, magic.
It's magic. We don't have to explain it.
Yeah, so again, like, this mapping thing I have isn't super intuitive for making the maps that I want to make. Because I think it's a lot more like I wanted to make it clear that there are a lot of buildings here, but I couldn't illustrate that very well with Dungeon Alchemist without making them just a giant fucking townhouse. You see a greenhouse
Not like
here.
them separate?
No, they do. Like, in order to make it big, I have to make the map big, and Dungeon Alchemist starts to slow down at a map at 75 cubes.
Yep.
But you see, like, a greenhouse is here. There's cabins everywhere. Yuriko, if you were to come over here and see windows, there's a magic store over here that Emmy seems to be rushing towards.
I'll have to make sure to take a look at that later.
Yeah. Theo is sort of like she's wants to guide you, but she's also talking with her 3 guards mostly about all this hubbub because tomorrow she's going to become Tsarina. I know that you wanted to talk to Lissa. She does, if you bring that up, she does tell you, like, oh, yeah, she's being escorted this direction to holding room before her, before trial and sentence. I beg your pardon?
That was my father in another room. One sec, let me close the door.
I thought that was Nye.
No.
I can't. Every deep voice sounds the same.
You voice racist?
Shut up. Every time you use that word, I
Racist.
have bad. Stop. I have bad dreams every time you use that word.
How dare you have voiceism?
Jeremy, your passive is high enough. You'd see it this time as Reaper appears. Alan is like distracted, but she's like watching, and you see this as he like violently pulls this girl away from Alan, and I guess the 2 of you would have this would hear this conversation. Sort of. You can hear that it's aggressive.
Would I hear it with a passive of 15 now?
Is your passive 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 of you both have 15, so I'd say you both barely hear it. Asmodai hears it a lot better. Trying to decide if I want to make you 2 walk up to it. She doesn't look like she's like in. Also, Eve, you're broken. Stop. Be fixed. Okay, hang on.
Jericho, use mending.
I fucking
I cast mending on Eve.
update. There. That's all I wanted. Because she looks different now.
Right, because she doesn't have the hairpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have it.
Yeah. So as Mo, I guess you can hear the conversation better because he's trying to keep it quiet so that no one looks at him. Sure enough, like, the only reason you 3 notice is because Jeremy is fixated on the child, and you have a you have a perception of fuck you. You can hear him sort of like, God, why am I brain? Why? I have to turn this music down. Wow. Jesus, Clover, you did this last
You
night.
doing good?
I'm fine. I'm having a stroke. It's fine. Call the Bondula. Okay, you 2 don't make out much other than Crawford. Jeremy, oh my god, Asmodai. Jesus fucking Christ, Clover. Asmodai, you hear him much more aggressively talking about someone else has gone missing, and it's not just the girl Lavinia. Which I think you know Jeremy's girlfriend's name is Lavinia. No, wait, you wouldn't have known that because you can't use message, so no, you wouldn't know that. But you do recognize, he says, he's talking about Banch, who you've met. I don't know if you've known her by that name.
Yeah, I would know her by that name because that's all I've heard.
Then yeah, the person who had that list of people that ends in U, she's apparently missing.
Oh.
And he seems to suspect it's Eve's fault. But Eve just kind of is staring at him. As he's very aggressive. And as he realizes the three of you are listening to this conversation, he pauses for a minute, like, kind of tips his hat over his eyes and just vanishes. But you can tell, like, it's not the normal playful of, like, oh, I just want to be mysterious and also an asshole. It's, I'm, pissed off and I don't want to involve you three. But that doesn't stop Eve from just sort of staring at the three of you. More specifically, you, Asmodee. Oh, you do? Because she waves back kind of sheepishly. Before, you know, her twitching happens again. And I think, Jeremy, at this point, you know what that, whenever she's twitching, her, mama, who you've seen now, is talking to her.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, Theo doesn't really, I didn't have anything planned for her specifically telling you in Skyria, because, like, you can ask any questions of her, or you can just go and, like, do your thing with Lissa. I know you wanted to.
Yes, so essentially I wanted to join in on the interrogation.
Yes.
Because I can cast detect thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, this map is so small.
Zoom.
This room is, yeah, there are 4 little, they're not nearly as well furnished as the ones in the Saints thing. These rooms are much smaller and have way less, like, necessary amenities. Not necessary, that's the word I mean. That's not word. Everything there is necessary. As you approach, she sort of stands. She's still restrained. I don't know why it took that off of her. Like, she stands and these two sort of come to her side before she can, like, she's mad. She looks very angry as you approach. Like, Casey is still holding this investigation. She's still wearing her train duds. And when Casey looks at you and she says, it is good to see you, Miss, Yoriko. You wanted to be part of this.
Yes, supposing this interrogation takes a certain amount of time, and I'm whispering this to Casey. Supposing this investigation takes a certain amount of time, I will be able to tell if she is lying or having doubts about what she is saying.
I see, and that is appreciated. I do not know if she would have doubt on what she is saying. It is difficult to doubt one's own words, even if it is lie. But I will keep it in mind. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna put this in chat. Oh, it's not showing the description for some reason.
Yeah, it's fine. I can click on you and go to your spellbook and open, what level? There it is.
It's a 2nd level.
For
so
the duration, you can read the minds, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell as your action, blah, 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 blah. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what's on its mind at the moment. Right now, what's on her mind is murder. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If you succeed, the spell If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check and test it on your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends. So you're doing that on her?
I missed that.
So she just knows right away, like, oh, there's a second person in my head. At least that's...
Oh, is Casey also using this spell?
No, it says in the spell description. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind.
That's if you're probing deeper.
Is it?
Hold up.
Yeah, you've used this before. It only, like, the creature would only know if you're trying to probe deeper.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm wrong. I mean, right now, what she's thinking of is very clearly, bad shit. Mainly murder of the U variety. And Jeremy,
Lovely.
who's way over here. Hey, I mean, to be fair, you did foil her scheme and piss her off a lot in the process.
And oust her for attempted and actual murder.
Yeah,
Attempted regicide and normal murder.
she doesn't like you.
Now what happened with Kira?
I don't have to answer any of your questions. You're not the ones holding me here.
And what's she thinking while she says this?
Well, she says that she's thinking of the moment right before she shot Kira. She is as you deduced on day one, she is on her left side by the door, holding the pistol. If you're seeing her memory, you would notice, like, it looks a little wonky. I guess with your glasses, you would know, like, depth perception struggles. One of her eyes is, like, a little bit weaker than the other.
Just like me in real life.
It's... Yes. So she... Yeah, she's thinking of, like, right before she shot Kira now, as you bring this up, because it's hard not to think of that. There's the, like, Kira's face is one of, like, horror. Okay. Would she know everything in this scene from probing this, or would it just be... I think...
At the moment, I'm just reading the surface thoughts.
Yeah, she's thinking about, like, that. She's thinking about the thing that she that she took off of her hand. I can't decide if she looks more like she's in the chair here or here. And it's annoying me, and I'm just gonna put her there because I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, she's thinking of, like, the pistol in her hand, the vial in her other hand, the face that Kira made right before she was shot. She's holding, like, it, yeah, most basic shit.
Hold on.
I will say, neither of
concentration
the party members can help because neither of them can see what you're seeing.
What if I cast message on Asmodai to show him the face?
I don't know if... Isn't message meant for words, not picture?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's a whisper, so I can't show him a picture. I can cast minor illusion though.
Just whispers, face.jpg.
Face.jpg. You could. I will say that would cause a lot of disruption.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Just because it's like, it would end up just being a riling her up thing.
Yeah. Jeremy, you haven't moved, but the mask is sort of, look, you can feel the mask is kind of like, I'm having a stroke! Mask is trying to make you look over a little bit next to Lissa because the sword she used against you is lying against the wall. Oh my god! Why was that so hard to say? Jesus fucking Christ. Everything's fine.
From what I can tell, you had an argument with Kira. Might you tell me what that was about?
She stays silent again, but in her image, the image there changes, and what you see now is sort of a more moving memory. It's kind of like her memory is moving at like 5 frames per second almost, kind of, where it's like you see one frame of her coming across the bar jumping across the bar, like from the hiding spot you found. Her and Kira sort of wrestling over the pistol, and then once again it kind of goes to the scene where right before she shoots her. But real life Lissa doesn't say anything, so she's being a cocky little shit. Not cocky, that's not the word, but very uncooperative, according to Asmodai. Although I'm sure Asmodai knows what Yuriko's doing.
From what I understand, you were good friends. Or at least business acquaintances.
If you're gonna probe deeper with that, because the image doesn't change as she's still thinking about the instances before killing Kira.
Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna probe deeper.
Alright, she has to make wisdom.
Yep. If you click on Lissa and then click on the wisdom saving throw there, it'll do it for you.
Yeah. She failed, so again, this time now you see the correspondence between the two of them. More specifically, you see writing. You see her writing all the different parts of security based on a note that she has on a desk, a dimly lit desk. She has a parchment that is in a new handwriting that is much more organized and has a Skyrian stamp on it. You can assume that somehow she got her hands on that and stole it, and is writing out all these lapses in security to send to Kira. But as soon as you probe deeper, Lissa, her eyes...
She knows.
Yeah.
She knows now.
It's intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Makes a save of, what is it? 18?
Make an intelligence check contested against your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay, roll an intelligence check then, because it shouldn't be hard for you, Miss Wizard, but... Nope.
Spoke too soon, Clover.
Yeah, for once I rolled really good, and sure enough, as soon as you...
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh.
Oh no! That's a waste of an inspiration. I feel bad.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, as soon as you get those images for a moment, but her eyes narrow, and you feel a force push you out of her head. And she says, "That's enough of that." And Casey says, "You don't have to. You do. No, I am ashamed to admit she does not have to answer to civilian questions. I am afraid I cannot force her to answer you. I apologize."
That is alright, and I will tell Casey what I learned, which is basically just confirming a bunch of the stuff that we already knew.
How did you get the hands on the paperwork from Skyria? And that's when Lissa finally answers. She says, Kira sent it to me. She's the one who started this whole orchestration. I just followed along for a while until I decided to take things into my own hands. Yeah, so, concentrate. Detect thoughts is a spell slot, right? You can't use it again? Yeah.
Yeah, unless I spend another spell slot.
Which you shouldn't, because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 left. And you can't use 4 of those 16 on Detect Thoughts, because it's a level 2 spell! Casey sort of leans on the table and says, why did you take her plans and change them? And Lissa says, because she didn't actually plan on going through with anything. And that didn't work with what I wanted to have happen. I think that was already confirmed in the diary you found from Kira, that Kira never actually planned to let anyone be killed.
Yep.
Jeremy, make me a wisdom, just a straight wisdom check.
Okay.
This is unrelated to what's happening here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Damn.
I want to try to appeal to her ego and basically ask, and why was it so important that this assassination actually went through?
I don't understand how that's appealing to her ego.
Because she seems like she's in the assumption that like what she's doing is like in the right and has to happen.
She, again, just sort of, like, her eyes narrow at you, and she sort of does this, like, how do I describe it? Because I can picture it in my head. It's kind of this thing, like a sneer, almost, but, like almost like a teenager would do. Like, yeah. Like, she has... Like like, why do you think it would take place? And Casey says, she asked you a question, and it is fair one. Why did you need to make real assassination of Sarevna? And Lissa says, it's for personal reasons. I know what I was doing wasn't technically right. I simply don't care.
Did she wrong you in some way?
Sorry, pardon?
Did she wrong you in some way?
I told you on the train, I don't know anyone in Skyria. She finally, like, is answering your questions, because she doesn't need Casey's intervention if she's just gonna do that anyways.
So then what way was this for you?
Before I answer that, Asmo, you hear, well, both of you hear it, I guess. Masky is like, stupid fucking bulking. Hey, let's go take a look at that sword. I want to know what the hell's going on with that thing.
Sorry, sword? Why?
I mean, aren't you interested in a sword that she can just call out of nowhere?
I mean, I won't lie, some curiosity has crept in.
Exactly.
Fine, let's take a look.
Hang on, I'm scrolling up. There's so much to go through!
I just read that as Swolnir.
Yep, that's how I intended it to be read.
Okay.
I hate that so much.
It's just a really buff Mjolnir.
Yeah, so the blade is lying here-ish. And And now I'll have her answer as they all watch you approach this sword. And she says, nice drawing.
Thank you.
She says, I forgot what you asked her. Oh my god, what is wrong with me?
Essentially, I asked, why is this for you? Why, if you don't know anyone in Skyria? Sorry, that's someone from Toronto is calling me.
I demonstrated to you I can fight just fine. So why exactly do you think I got discharged? And I think you can put the piece together. All of this was very selfish on Lessa's part. Jeremy, the sword that she was holding it almost looks like it's made of an obsidian, like clear, like dark, and it's smooth. It's huge also. Like, it looked big from, like, it looked already pretty big, like she could barely handle it. But it kind of almost, the blade dwarfs the guillotine in a way. Like, in a way that you're like, this was not made by mortal man. Or at least not meant to be wielded.
I am down a weapon.
The mask has gone eerily silent, but you can almost feel and this is gonna be a weird sensation because even I don't know what it feels like. You can almost feel like Visara's grinning, like his spirit within that mask is like wicked excited.
Out of pure morbid curiosity, Jeremy picks up the sword.
Both of you make me a dexterity saving throw, Asmodai and Yuriko.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'll also make her make one even though she's sitting. Yeah, except for Asma who holds his ground, all of you, everyone else, all 6 of you sort of are pushed very violently as a giant shockwave of power just violently comes out of Jeremy as he picks up this sword. And the center of this sword, there's 2 lines that start glowing this beautiful but also kind of sinister golden for a moment before it just goes into a golden outline. And it sort of like has this gold, like shining gold trim, but you can tell it's not gold. It's more just meant to be celestial power before it dissipates back into a dimmer grayish color. And now everyone is looking at you.
The fuck was that?
Finally!
As Yuriko stands up, she's gonna say, I assume the Saints didn't like that you were carrying that.
I didn't know it could do that. She sort of stands up. She's still manacled. Jeremy, do you want... By the way, as she sort of stands up, Casey's like, oh yes, right, take these back for you, good, Mr. Changeling Asmodai.
Wow, thank you.
I thought Casey was gonna say changeling ass motherfucker.
Asmafucker. Yeah, these 2 kind of help her back into the seat she was in as Casey stands as well. And you hear the masks. It fucking took long enough. I was wondering if she gave me one for this guy. Only took
I'm sorry. Care to explain to the rest of the class what the fuck just happened?
Roll me a history with advantage, Jeremy.
Okay.
I give you advantage because your rolls are usually garbage. Cool. Casey's still the main suspect in the murder. No! Casey was never the suspect for the murder.
Casey was the suspect at one point when he found out that the murder victim was planning an assassination attempt.
Yeah, so...
And that quickly got cleared.
Yeah, Jeremy, you remember back in when you were being held by the solstice people, the mask was sort of just going through memories, and you specifically remember the previous person before you. I've forgotten the name you gave them. The Tots. I'm just gonna call them the Tater Tots because I don't remember, because the name is so fuck you long.
That's a Kahulakan?
Yeah, Tatsa Kahulakan. You remember she was holding similar to this sword onyx dark obsidian like blades. And now after you remember that, other dark weapons sort of cycle, and you realize like he's showing you, whether he's doing it inadvertently or not, each previous person who he took control of had some kind of weapon that that was specially made for him and his visage. And it looks like this one is yours. And suddenly you remember this thing, and suddenly, even though you've never seen this before now, once it's properly in your hand, you recognize this thing as called the Lord's Bane.
Why do I know the name of this thing?
God, I've been waiting all this time! Why'd she wait till now? We know where the girl is, and now we're gonna just get it for 2 seconds and not get to use it. So I will build it for you, because I didn't have it finished, but it is there. Weapon. I'll just create a new item and I'll worry about it later. Yeah, it's a big-ass greatsword, and I'm very excited for you to use it. But yeah, you've got that now.
Do you know its magical properties, or?
It does have quite a few properties to it.
So, I'm keeping this.
Yeah, I don't think you could stop him.
I might.
You know what? I'd love to see you try.
Miss 47 health.
Yeah, alright. I will worry about...
I can deal that much damage.
You can deal 100 damage with Disintegrate, but...
Yeah.
Casey's more... Like, Casey is, like, bothered by it, but... It's Visara, so she's not... Like, there's a pause, and she says, "Is Visara trying to steal evidence?"
Speaking of pause, you paused the game.
I didn't mean to.
He's asking if you can borrow it.
Borrow? No, I said I'm taking this.
I suppose he can... I
mean, to be fair, she didn't know that the weapon can do that.
If Visara
I'm
needs...
guessing it's gonna be his now.
If Visara needs it, I suppose it is not the issue, since this one will not be taking it back. Lissa kind of scowls at you as you take it. But again, she also didn't know it could do that, so...
I mean, my axe broke, so need a new weapon.
The sword chose him.
Yeah. Yeah, so back to your interrogation, if
Ooh,
you...
see if you can do that summoning thing where you throw it and have it come back to you.
That's something I'll test out later.
prefer if you do that outside, at least. Though that does sound very interesting, and I would like to see this.
Casey's in for it. Let's go. We're down for it, rather. Anyway, investigation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she confirms, like, she didn't know that the sword could do that.
So is it that the Saints did not like you having that, or did the Serevna intervene?
What is your obsession with the Serevna? I already told you, I didn't know her personally. And I didn't know, and they didn't know I had that sword until after they had released me. Both of you roll
I'm trying
me
to figure out why you wanted to kill her specifically.
history. Okay, when you ask that though, she says, when you specifically say that, she scoffs and she says, please, it didn't have to be anyone specifically. Asma, you can also roll me history, because you also read this.
Oh, yeah.
The honorable discharge papers, like, they didn't mention that she had done anything bad. It simply mentioned, and as Lissa said, it only happens to people who are, like, injured to the point that the Solstice Knights are like, yeah, you shouldn't be fighting anymore. It is, like, you are not fighting, fit in a certain way that we don't want you getting hurt or hurting someone that is not meant to be injured.
So, out of character, just because Asmodai doesn't know this, Yuriko saw that her vision wasn't that good in one eye, right?
Yeah. Like, she's got bad
That's
eyes.
probably why she got discharged.
Yeah. I think Yuriko
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, Yuriko could probably piece that together, though.
But at the same time, like, I have a lazy eye, and the doctor said it was okay for me to drive. So, like...
The thing with her eye
Only
is
if
it's
you're a
like...
soldier.
It's different. Like, I think driving in modern is probably different from, you know, trying to fight someone. It's a thing of, like, if she can't properly gauge an opponent, then she could either hurt someone who's in the way, or, like, not be able to fight and get herself hurt. It's also a thing of, well, I guess you wouldn't know this, actually. You don't know this part, so I can't tell you this part. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it would have to be that paired with another incident that happened because of it.
Yeah. You'd have to probe deeper for that one, but you don't have detect thoughts, so...
I do have detect thoughts.
No,
I
I
just don't
mean
have it cast.
currently accurate. Currently
I
active.
can also just straight up ask, was there something that happened in the past because of your poor eyesight?
My poor eyesight is the only reason I got taken out, if that's what you're asking. Veldin decided that the incident that caused my eyesight was enough for me to be removed, which I think is ridiculous. Not Jeremy. Asmo, roll me insight. Yeah, with a 26, there's definitely... Yuriko can also roll me insight, but with a 26, there's definitely much more to it that she seems very unwilling to tell you. With a 16, yeah.
What specifically happened that made you lose your eyesight?
I was in a fight and it got injured. I beat my opponent afterwards, and yet Veldin decided that I wasn't fighting fit despite... It doesn't matter. I don't have to answer my question. This has nothing to do with what happened. I got discharged and I didn't like it, so I decided to do something about it.
You decided to kill someone completely unrelated to what happened with being discharged.
Mm-hmm. Because if I started something big enough, they'd have to let me back in. And there's the bombshell. So, yeah, Lissa's not a good person. I wanted to make that very clear.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let you back in. They'd instead arrest you.
For an international incident, if no one could prove I did it, they'd need soldiers for a war.
Yeah, but then you'd have to admit that you did something to even cause it.
I don't have to admit anything. There's a reason why I was letting... Until I found out she planned to kill me, I was planning to let her take the be my scapegoat.
Man, it's piecing together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah! Two very different oh yeahs.
Well, anyway, think you got more than enough reason to lock her up for life.
We intend to. There is place we intend to. After trial, we intend to send her off. Don't worry. That's. I'm glad Malcolm's not here, because you saying that would have made him very sad. After trial, we intend to send her off to Odenford. Yuriko, roll me insight. Not insight, history.
Sure.
Also, oh yeah, you know what Odenford is. You know, Skyria has a special prison system where they basically have, like, cities that they send people to.
Yeah, it's like prison cities.
Yeah, like, basically for rehabilitation while also not putting innocent civilians in danger.
Australia.
Yeah, basically.
I think that when Yuriko pieces it together, that like she was trying to start a war without being figured out that she was the one who started it, in order to be needed again as a soldier, because of like a War Times Act or something. Yuriko, I think, somewhat disgustedly says, "Get a hobby."
Wow! Wow! You know what? I'm not even mad. That's a very perfectly valid thing to say. I think even the mask is like, well, shit, damn, you just fucking annihilated her. Mask is laughing that. Mask is enjoying that. Maybe she is good for more than disintegrating spells. Yeah, I don't want to make her say it. I don't want to make her say it. No.
Say what?
You know, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you two and your pet god over there. I had to make a Scooby-Doo reference. It's the first thing I thought of, and I'm mad about it. It's not funny. It's not funny. I just had to say it.
He's a lord, not a god. Get it right.
Jeremy, roll me a wisdom check again. Just straight with... Actually, Arcana.
We have a new friend.
Arcana check.
The 50th Canadian
Damn.
Kiwi.
Hi, Kiwi. Yeah, the mask and you both can feel this. There is a energy kind of coming off of her, and that's when the mask sort of is like, oh, so that's how it got here. You realize quickly, like, you, Jeremy, can feel like, it is a similar energy to what you feel all the time, akin to Visara, but like a slightly different flavor, if that makes any sense. And since you know he's the Lord Under Stygian, you can guess what that probably means. You two can hear the mask as he says, "So that's why the sword's brought here. Wonder why she's needed a mortal like this thing to deliver me my weapon." And these two sort of escort her back in here.
Jeremy approaches the bars. Is like, who are you?
She can't hear you. But as you approach, she looks and says, "What? Do you have something else to say? You know, I knew you weren't a robot from the moment I saw you first, right?"
And Jeremy is just looking at her, glaring.
She sort of, She gets right up close at you. And I think you're used to everyone being a little intimidated. I think this is the first time that someone has literally stepped up, other than Veldin, maybe. This is the first time someone stepped to you and said, "Nah, I don't fucking care that there's a god attached to your face." And she looks at you and she glares. And she says, "You hear whispers too, don't you?"
Ugh. More like annoying screeches.
Masky is sort of enjoying this, like, oh, she doesn't even know. But she says, "I haven't heard them in a while. I'm certainly not going to hear them again. But if you do hear her, let her know that her plan was stupid in the first place. Was stupid." And she turns away.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first stupid plan I've heard about.
And Masky says, "Nothing she does is stupid. The only stupid thing was getting a mortal to hold my sword."
Whatever you say, Mama's boy.
He's gonna, roll me a strength saving throw. Yeah, okay. And then I'll do a... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, as soon as you say that, your maul, smacks you. I'm not gonna make it do damage, but it does hit you. He is not pleased by you using that word. Stop. He's basically like, "Stop calling her mama." And Casey turns and says, "I hope that was the information you were looking for." It did emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
Yeah, I was gonna play it, but I forgot we weren't in the...
Hang on.
No, that's a lot
That's
of
the
damage.
wrong one.
Emotional damage.
I'm back.
Okay.
It was important. I had to do it.
Hehe.
Yeah, she says that, I hope that was the information you were looking for. We'll be having trials shortly. after coronation tomorrow. Or before coronation tomorrow. Oh, bye. If you're about to say another sassy thing, I'm gonna make her go through the bars and kill you.
Do it. You won't.
You could have chosen any of the paths. You could have taken up a trade, made something creative, gone out to see the world. Instead, all you wanted to create more conflict.
Roll me insight, because that's what I have for all of this. There's no better thing for this. Okay, that's not high enough. She's far enough away that you can't see this.
That's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't answer to you. I also loved get a hobby.
And before Yuriko leaves, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how she's gonna word this. But she says, Malcolm would have wanted better for you.
Now you see her sort of face droop. She's not pleased about that. Because, you know, for all the awful she's gone through, she still loves her brother.
And Yuriko doesn't look at anyone else on the way out.
Ah,
Right into a wall.
Yep.
well, that is where.
Oh wait, the door's here.
Yeah.
Guess we should be on our way then.
Indeed. You will be staying for coronation?
I believe so, yes.
Might as well.
I'm sure if this Revna knows, she will help you make accommodations. Anything for Lord Visara.
Yep, I'm not getting used to that.
None of us are.
I could get used to it.
Of course you could.
That's not surprising in the slightest.
I don't know why I brought you back here. I can just do that.
I thought it said coral mouse.
Coral mouse.
A new
What is this
Pokemon.
place?
That does sound like a Pokemon.
Coral mouse!
Coral mouse! Why is it taking so long to load? Are we in Narnia? Close. It's very cold here. Sure enough, like, you are... Ignore the trees, I just didn't have time to erase those last night. Sure enough, yeah, the Serevna is like, yeah, oh, hey, he's still in Yorkwood. Good lord.
Battle of Yorkwood. Bum, bum, bum.
Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette in command where you belong. Are you saying no sweat? I'm waiting for Jeremy to get in the thing.
Sorry, it's taking a while to load.
I know I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the
And
thing.
also the mask so we
There
can
we
make
go.
his ears ring.
There we go. Yeah. Much like how she, like, promised, you are brought here. I don't know why they don't have roofs, but yeah, she's like, you can stay with us here at the, with me in my place, which is probably good for the klepto over there, since you're staying with royalty. You may enter. The door is open. I don't know why it's not open here.
Wee.
Please tell me that's not who it looks like. I assume you're asking if it's not.
It's not Dahlia, if that's who you're asking.
It's this. Her hair looked like braids from a distance. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is a big-ass manse. It's covered in dark wood, and as you enter, instead of... It is... I should mention, I didn't say it before, it is bitingly cold outside. Like, to the point where it's like... If you're... Oh, you Americans aren't gonna know what this feels like. It is... It, like, even fully bundled up, it is biting, almost. But then you come in here, and there's just a wave of heat as she takes off her big, furry jacket and hands it off to
How
us.
do you mean you Americans won't understand that? I know how cold works.
You don't know how cold that cold is. It is cold,
Yes,
cold,
I
cold.
do. Yes, I do. Pennsylvania's fucking cold sometimes, especially in the winter.
I used to live in Illinois. That got fucking cold.
It's not like as soon as you get below the border, just doesn't exist any snow.
Canada-
Yeah, but it's not...
Canada doesn't have a monopoly on freezing.
No, I know that Russia exists, but, like, you don't know Canada cold. I'm trying to be better than you.
That doesn't mean anything. Canada cold is the same as any other cold.
It's not, actually. Certain parts of Canada will get colder than certain parts of America. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is assuming they live in fucking Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe they do. You don't know. Maybe they're lying about living
we
in
both live in
Pennsylvania.
the northern half. We both live in the northern half.
Oh, my hair is itchy. See, James agrees with me. He says that's fair.
He's from Tennessee.
And the two of us live in the southern half of Canada, so we
I
can't even
don't.
complain that much more.
I live in the freezing. Are you kidding me?
It's still the
I
southern
live
half of Canada.
in Washington State.
Just because
That is at the border of Canada.
Just because I don't, he's from Kentucky. Just because I don't live in
Kentucky,
Nunavut
fuck.
doesn't mean I live in southern Canada.
Why did I think Tennessee?
Then
'Cause
what do you
he's got
call
that
this? What do you call one of the southernmost parts of Ontario?
I'm not in the most southern parts of Ontario. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
also in a state that borders
We're
Canada.
playing. We are playing D&D. It's fucking cold. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus fucking. Jesus Christ, people.
Don't Jesus Christ us. Jesus Christ yourself.
No. Yeah, Jesus. Lord of mercy. Coat off. It is hot. You can take off your winter accoutrements. That is all I'm trying to say. Good God, people.
Bold of you assuming Jeremy had any winter clothes.
He did. We went over this.
Did they
Multiple
fit?
times.
They were
We bought them
fitted.
tailored for you.
Yeah, they were fitted.
Well, now I look like an idiot.
I was like, give me like 2 of the smallest coats you can find, a few medium ones, and the largest coat you have.
Yeah, exactly. Give me, like, the largest 2 you have so I can stitch them together and make them a giant thing. Y'all, yeah, so she lets you in,
Yeah,
and
we're in.
I know. Y'all can do your thing. Like, she is approaching this hall, like, she says, make yourself comfortable. This is dining room if you need to have food. Bedrooms are upstairs. I will have 2 people set up bedding for the pair of you. I do think that the Visara will only fit in one person's...
Visara needs double bed.
Visara will fit, if only barely, into bedding that is already previously in there. You don't have to roll for that. She says that and it makes her look a little sullen. But she is heading in here. This room over here, she said, is dining. So if you need food, you can go in there. If you want to just explore, you can.
I do let her know that 2 of my retainers can help out with some of the preparation stuff.
Not 3?
Nah, Nisiko's with me.
Okay. Speaking of Nisiko, these 2 will go off and do that. This room is huge and very echoey. At the end of it, there are 3 thrones. And it almost looks like there's a silhouette where a 4th used to stand, but it's missing. As she doesn't approach them. She doesn't want to. These chairs they look new. And hey, Jeremy, what up?
Sorry, I thought we were following her.
You don't have to. This is a big ass house.
Fair.
I don't know what there is to do around here.
I mean, we can just skip to, the actual stuff.
If you have some stuff you want to draw attention to.
I mean, not really. The thing is with this part was I have something that y'all need to do, but at the same time I want to do the coronation. And I don't know if I want that to be off screen.
I think the coronation, based on how much it was talked about in the stream, it makes sense for it to happen on stream.
Yeah. And then there's the big thing is I also want to check in on a certain necromancer because y'all don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, did you even, I guess you can't, but did you relay? Because all that Asmo heard was, what's a couple more crushed skulls to us? Which, out of context after touching Eve, is probably very nerve-wracking, given Eve's track record.
Jeremy's gonna tell them later.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say to Asmo, this place is gorgeous. There aren't that many, there are, in this throne room, there are, paintings on the wall. When I hit rock bottom, I was crushing man's skull like sparrows between thighs. God, I want to watch that movie again. The chandeliers and stuff look like they're made of, jade and such. I'm bringing this up because I know you wanted him to be a bit of a klepto, and I don't know how to incorporate that.
You wanted him to steal the chandeliers?
No, I'm just making it clear, if you want to go looking, you can.
Well, yeah. I'm definitely gonna be looking for, easy, loose things.
Well, there's mostly paintings of, older folks. Masky is looking, you can feel Masky is, drawn to look at these portraits, mostly because they all look very similar to one another, and you realize, oh yeah, the names under, they are all corals of history. Bye, Masky!
Is there a room where people are, playing games, card games or dice games or something?
I mean, there's a servant's quarters you could check that out for if you want.
Jeremy's gonna use that vacant space over there to practice with his sword.
You know what? Yeah, sure, roll me. If you're, okay, so what are you exactly practicing? Tell me, because depending on what you're practicing, I'm gonna make you roll a different thing.
Swinging, tossing, retrieving.
Okay, when you're tossing and retrieving, I want you to roll me a intelligence check. Just show me where the foosball table is. Oh dear.
Oh no.
So I don't know how much you two would be paying attention to what Jeremy's doing, but if you're not looking at him, then suddenly you hear a very loud crash. As you don't retrieve it quite right, and it sort of crashes into the wall, like here. Thankfully, Visara almost is like as you throw it, Visara is like, almost like urgently, with an urgency you've never seen, kind of tries to veer it out of the way so it doesn't hit any paintings. That does cause Theo to sort of run over. Yeah, it crashes, but after a moment it does come back to you. It's just that it does crash and fall to the ground, and then...
Apparently, there's a learning curve to sword calling. Who knew?
If only you were letting me in charge, this wouldn't be a problem. Let's be clear, this isn't your weapon, it's mine. You're not supposed to be doing any of this, but you won't let me be in charge, will you?
There's also a trajectory curve, apparently.
Well, Visara didn't want anything damaged. Which is very...
Why do you care? You break things all the time!
Sure enough.
Oh, it's because you view this as your stuff, isn't it?
She sort of goes to where it was and looks at the wall damage before looking at you and saying, I would if you want to, I would prefer you not throw your weapons in my throne room, please. It is...
My apologies.
I understand you must be excited. I did not see you enter the country with this weapon.
I, only just got it today. You were there.
She was not.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
She
Must
said,
have been thinking of someone else. I only just got it.
that must be your Visage's weapon. It is not the first I have seen. Well, it is the first I have seen, but it's not the first Skyria has seen. If you...
So, is there something special about these weapons other than the whole everyone gets one thing?
Are you asking her or the mask?
Yes.
She sort of shrugs and she says, I'm unsure. I know that each one who appeared in ancient history or was mentioned, they each had different obsidian weapon. But they were all different. I do not, and most people could not control them. They were too heavy or too powerful. They were meant for Visara, and she pauses and she says, if I might be so bold, and I do apologize, Mr. Visage, you do not look like the ones depicted in ancient history, in ancient tomes.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly a traditional union.
It wasn't consensual, despite you putting me on.
It was either that or die.
Yeah, which one do you think you prefer now? Because I certainly know which one I prefer.
Sorry, we have these conversations a lot.
She sort of just kind of blanks and she says, it is strange that I cannot hear Visara, but there are many strange things about you. But I can still feel him. If he is not answering your questions, perhaps you would like to come up and try and find tomes with me? Find out more about the person you are sharing your visage with. I have quite an expensive library.
Sure. Lead the way.
Asmo, before I do that, Asmo, where are you going?
I'm exploring to find stuff.
Okay. Like the sconces that these torches are in, they're made of like not like they're made of like silvery-ish or like opalescent stuff. I kind of want you to go in there.
I was looking around, so
Hang
yes.
on, I don't have. Give me a sec.
Oh,
This is correct. This is not correct. Hang on. In here you see some animals being tended to by here. I will say this, one of them looks very similar to her jacket. As you come in, this one sort of looks and says, looks, and he speaks to you, but you don't understand what he's saying.
common?
He, like, the little bit common, need?
I'm just looking around right now.
Is, animal stable?
I can see that. Is it just these two?
Out on hunt.
Ah. Well, I'll leave you to that.
Yeah, fair. God, I love that so much. They have a stable. Shut up, James. James says they have a stable relationship. Yeah.
While I was in there, did I see any doorways that go anywhere else?
I mean, there was one there, but no. You did see golden, like actual golden harnesses on the bear and boar. Bear and boar.
Well, then, that's gonna be tough if I ever try.
I feel like I'm the Visara in Clover's head. Yeah. Window time. Go for the window.
To the window, to the wall.
A much more.
I wanna look for if there's any like ceremonial chambers or anything to like burn some incense.
Okay. Why? If I may ask?
Because essentially I picked up this spell a couple levels ago, but I haven't been able to cast it. And it requires 10 GP worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire in a brass brazier.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you ask, she'll take you there to a place with a brazier. Hang on, let me boop. I don't know if I'm gonna pop Asmo in somewhere.
Do they also have the materials for that, or will we have to pay for those separately?
Do you not have them?
No, it just says like 10 GP worth of this stuff, and it's like assorted.
Well, she doesn't.
I just have the spell.
I don't have the incense and stuff, so yeah, you'd have to pay for it. But I won't make you go back to the city for it. You can just do that. Although you are gonna have to ask.
Yeah, I will ask Asmodai if I can borrow some stuff for getting a familiar.
Dad, can I have my
10 GP.
allowance?
I did it. Did I do good with the disintegrationing?
I needed a raise.
Can I get a pet? I promise I'll clean up after him.
Yeah, there's a brazier is basically a fireplace. Yeah, there's an unlit brazier.
It's like an urn.
Yeah, basically, there's an unlit fireplace in this study as she thumbs through these books. Which, by the way, this is quite a nice library. It's not as big as the one in Octavo, but it does have quite a few books, and she, like, you know, encourages you. You were thinking of, yeah, brazier and brazier are they're the same word for two very different things.
But yeah, can I have 10 GP for it?
Nine.
Oh, it's only 10? Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 10.
Okay.
Thank you.
Subtract 10 from your
Now I
gold.
have 188 gold.
Yeah, so...
Alright, I will make a familiar token.
Oh, you're actually gonna do that. I thought that was a joke.
No.
So, okay, so what's your familiar gonna be? I wanna know.
It's gonna be a crow.
Yes! Yes! Yes, it is! That's good shit right there. I wanna yes, good. What's its name?
I'm trying to... I'm gonna call him Yagu.
I love it! I love him!
I was gonna make a really bad joke.
It's... I'm just combining a bunch of the syllables from Yatagaras.
I love it! Yagu. Alright, I'll let you make Yagu's mini sheet after session.
Yeah.
But I'm going to place him because I love him.
And he has 3 legs.
What? Why?
Because that's sort of the... Because Yatagaras is known for his 3-legged figure.
Oh, you're talking about... Oh, for are you talking about the one from Ace Attorney?
No?
I'm
I'm talking about the one from Japanese
Oh,
mythology.
you're talking about the actual Yatagaras, because I didn't know that was actually...
The
Okay.
mythical crow and guiding god in Shinto mythology.
Sorry,
using
I
a
thought you were... Because
three-legged figure.
when you said 3 legs, I thought you were talking about the Yatagaras in Ace Attorney, because I forgot it was a real thing.
I was about to say, you do know that it's based on something. It's
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
Ace Attorney.
There's no bird... There's no bird can't like thing here. There's no bird. This is your bird. No, it's not. That's way too big.
That looks like an eldritch being.
Here, I'll just do... We can use this as a temporary thing.
Spider-bird.
Spider-bird does whatever a spider-bird does. I am super fucking itchy. Jeremy, she thumbs through, and eventually pulls down a very old-looking book. It doesn't look like a tome. Once again, it kind of looks like a journal. And it's in a language, it's written in a language you don't understand. None of you do. And, what you do recognize is, very evidently there is a picture of Masky over there. Except, his face is a lot more human looking. In that, like, it can, unlike in your rage form when it can open and it just looks horrifying, it almost looks like an actual human face. Except for, you know, the very familiar green eyes and metallic, detailings. And
I'm guessing this is how you used to look.
it's how I'm supposed to look. And she starts reading it out and says, 20,000 years ago, we received a message from previous Visage. And Masky goes, nope, second previous. And she says, it was last time he appeared. He claimed that something bad was going to be happening and he would not be able to re-enter Skyria for time. That was when he appointed first lawkeeper. That would be the Nikolai I, my ancestor. He is the one who allowed us to be chosen. He is the reason the message that we were chosen by people of the moon. She goes through the journal again. She says, it is detailed there were many different versions of Isara, but they all had similar face. Talking, speaking, would speak of law, punishment, justice. She is still reading through it. She says, he was never difficult with us. Always wanting to give information, give fairness. Justice is very important. It is not just simply intent. It is not simply action. You must look at intent. The mask has gone very quiet at this point. He is very... You must understand. Back in ancient times, Skyria was much difficult to live in comparatively to now, and it is still difficult now. There was chaos. Visara brings order to people who are finding fear in the idea of living in wasteland. If not for him, we would not be able to survive this long. I know that you people down in south would not believe in him. I know that you believe he is to be cursed. But I do not understand this. I believe that he is very helpful. And I will always remember him as the reason why Skyria is able to thrive today.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, Masky's gone super quiet. She's smiling as she looks at that and says, but with each weapon, it was all different. Some had one had a pair of sorry, my brain shut down again. Some had a pair of knives, some had swords, some had rapier. Last person to visit us had rapier. And you remember from the visions you saw in the Solstice camp, the last person you saw had twin knives. So, yeah, they never met the last version of Isara before you. And she kind of puts that journal down and back on the shelf, and she says, I hope that one day, when we have better understanding, we are able to bring peace and people will remember Visara as we do. And I hope you understand blessing it is to be chosen by someone who is so powerful. Evidently, she has no clue what you've been through, so, like...
Listen. You should probably know how I... What?
Leave it!
Never mind.
He doesn't seem... It doesn't see... Roll me insight, Jeremy, because I don't think anyone else can hear the well, no, Yuriko can hear it.
Yuriko's doing something else on her own time.
Yeah. Yeah, you've known him enough that a 13 will pass it. Like, this is like... You calling him Justice back at the Solstice, like, reminding him what he was for, definitely, like, was a kicker. But this is the first time in a while that he's, like, around people that don't see him as a problem. Because the people that he was, like, actually worshipped by, that I gave a name and then I forgot it. It's not the Larians, it's a different group. like, they're gone, and his family is the reason why. And his family is also the reason why, the Skyrians haven't seen him in years. Like, this is him kind of seeing the fruits of labor that he hasn't been able to see. And her talking so highly of him is super, like, different, and it's hitting him different than he thought it would.
If you don't mind, I think I'm gonna go for a walk.
Oh, all right. Well, when you need to rest, you can come back here anytime. The room should be waiting for you. It is the one in the middle of this hallway. Oh, hi, Asmo. Oh, bye.
And as soon as they're out of earshot, you're really something to them, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not that anymore before you get any wise ideas.
Well, you can be again. And not just to them.
You really are naive. After all this time, you still don't see what's wrong here.
It's more like I'm hopeful.
Keep your hope out of my life, Jeremy. If I'm gonna be anything, there are 11 different problems you gotta take care of first.
What happens after that, huh?
I don't think you're gonna be around to see that. We gotta go
No,
find
but-
your girl, and then I'm gonna be gone, and we're gonna go our separate ways, and I'll find someone who's a little more okay with murder!
Alright, just ask yourself this. Is this roaring rampage of revenge really all you want to be known as?
Masky
You
has
used
gone.
to be You used to be something. Who's to say you can't be that thing again?
This is a weird moment of, like, understanding between the two of you.
Different perspective often leads to new outlooks.
Sorry, I just breathed wrong. Asmo, I'm sure you heard half of that. Like her explaining V's.
No.
What?
No, I was just hovering around here because I didn't know where to put myself, but at some point I was starting to walk up.
Okay. Yeah, like this place is mostly barren. This place is mostly barren, save for, you know, lights. Except for some reason this room doesn't have any lights. This door is open. You see two people have just left and go downstairs. The other two doors are shut. Yeah. I mean, there's not much I can describe. It's an upstairs.
Yeah, the thing be safe, like right now is when I just shut up.
Ah, hello. Have you been enjoying yourself?
I've just been exploring a little bit.
I should mention Yuriko is not in this room right now.
She's in the washroom.
She's in whatever room she's most likely to find people playing card games.
Okay, well then
Or-
she's downstairs.
Yeah.
Bye! Oh, also, I'll get rid of the not bird. Your friend, with his name Jeremy, was very interested in learning history of Visara.
Oh, well, makes sense. It is stuck to his face.
Yes, I thought so. It did not look like traditional visage. Is there a reason behind that?
My knowledge of what's going on with Jeremy is not all there.
I see. I suppose everyone is entitled to their secrets. Asmo, you can see, I'm sure it caught your eye immediately, this giant brass scope. It does have jade and rubies sort of on the base here and here. And it looks like it hasn't really been touched in a while.
What's up with the big telescope?
A couple decades ago, back when my father was a child, they created telescopes so that we could look into stars and see if there were other things. It is, not very effective. Well, it's effective, it's just opening side of the door of the building is a bit, not advised in freezing country. If
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you want to, we could have it opened for you if you would like to look out.
Maybe some other time.
If you wish. Whoops. God, it's dark in here. Stop doing that. I meant to make it evening, and she says, tomorrow evening, there will be, the coronation will be taking place, and I will become the Sarina, ruler of this country. I do hope to see all three of you in attendance. It would be a great blessing to have Visara visit and see over my... to bless over my ruling.
Well, I'm sure we'll be there. I mean, we're here after all.
Of course. And she sort of... Did you want to actually do like a card scene, Dev, or...
We could.
Okay. I'm gonna put her in here.
The actual substance of the game isn't like that important. But something that I did want to highlight is that like during this card game that Yuriko is playing, she has Niseko there to comfort her, but she seems like she's trying very much to use this as like flinging herself into easy relief to like not think about some of the stuff that's happened in the past few days.
That's fair. Roll me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Oh, wow. I keep forgetting how high your Arcana is. And you rolled a 19. Yeah, as you're trying to sort of, like, de-stress here, I'll say there are two servants in here playing, let's say cribbage. I like cribbage. Cribbage is fun.
Yeah. I know my grandma likes it. I have no idea how to play.
I love cribbage. Actually, no, cribbage is a game that you can't play with, that you can play with 3 people, but I was thinking euchre, not cribbage. It's euchre. I love euchre. Yeah, you are playing, and like Niseko is definitely there helping, because it's a 4-player game, so you're playing with her. In fact, let me This is important now. There. And as you're doing this, you feel this, like, weird buzzing in your head, like, and you feel very lightheaded from it. And Nisako's like, Yoriko, what's wrong? And it takes a minute, but because your Arcana check is so high, it is very faint, and it's coming from very far away. But you can feel it's from, you know that energy feeling. It's from Nancy. Like, she's trying to get your attention somehow. It's very, very faint. Like, she is very far from you. And it's there for, like, a moment, and then it's gone.
At some point during this, Yuriko... Sorry, when Nisako asked this, Yuriko is gonna sort of, like, dismiss it as, I'm fine, nothing's wrong. I need to step out for a bit. And when she steps out, she's going to cast Sending.
I guess I'm playing this round by myself. Yeah, okay. So you're stepping out of the room?
And I'm casting Sending.
Yes.
So Sending, you send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message does not arrive.
Okay, so you're sending her that. I do recall Devo had that. Yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, it's essentially a long-range telephone that a long-range walkie-talkie that I can only send 25 words or less.
James says that just sounds like texting with extra steps.
Sounds like sending D-mails in Steins
like,
Gate.
It sounds like a 2003 flip phone text message.
Quick! Someone grab the snail!
Okay, what do you want to say? Shut up, phone.
Let me type this out so I'm making sure that it's 25 words or less.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
While we wait for Devin to figure that out, this stream is brought to you by
Raid Shadow Legends.
Capitalism.
Capitalism!
That would be like the worst product placement ever.
Polymascofomolate. I don't know what that is.
Okay, this is less than 25 words.
Veldin? Something wrong? You were trying to get my attention. How are things in Vale? Veldin?
I am sending this to Nancy.
Yeah, I know. She can only respond, like, in 25, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could have added, is it about Veldin, and still be within limit.
Yeah, but it's funnier that she just put Veldin with 4 question marks.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay.
That way, I'm not asking a specific question about Veldin. I'm just asking, like,
In
Veldin?
general.
Like, what's her deal? What's her influence? How is this working?
How are things in Vale? Well, I got attacked.
I got murked.
Oh shit, Tom's playing lethal. I'd join him
Yes,
after.
that
I'd join
is.
him after this if I didn't have to cook dinner tonight.
Oh, I didn't mean to make that as Yuriko. Fuck.
Trapped in my house. Sauce.
Sauce! Send
Lost
out a
in the
sauce!
sauce. Shit. Okay.
Why is there a jar emoji, but there's not a fucking cone emoji?
Like a traffic cone emoji?
Yeah.
I do not like the cone of shame.
I want a cone emoji. I wanted to place a cone emoji on on Wiggy's thing in the vents chat.
There's a traffic light.
Yeah, but he
There's
was talking
no
about how
entry.
his dog has the cone of shame.
Ah, I see, I see.
That was your
There's an ice
sauce?
cream cone.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so now Yuriko knows something's going on with Crawford.
See, James.
And now she's like, I don't know, having a panic attack in the bathroom or something.
Oh, no. I just realized that I was on the fucking curl map and you weren't, and I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you can... I'm staying here just one briefly if Theo... If... I can go over to the coronation so we can just do that at the end of this session. Or, if Asmodai wants to go and steal shit, it is now nighttime, so...
Whoop.
Yeah, okay. Roll me... I guess you have thieves' tools, right?
It depends. What would make a better cliffhanger?
I don't... What do you mean?
Would it make a better cliffhanger to have the, have Asmodai notice something when there's, like, stealing going on, or would it make a better cliffhanger if something happens during the coronation?
As in noticing that you're panicking, or...
No, as in, like, I don't know what your plan is for, like, the coronation. I was
Oh!
assuming something might be happening in regards to that.
Y'all solved it. It'll go off without a hitch now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, roll me, what is it? It's not roll me your thieves' tools, but you can roll sleight of hand with your thieves' tools proficiency.
What?
Those are two separate types of
Yeah.
roll.
Roll me your thieves' tools then.
Okay.
I'm not a smart being of a human. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's like 6 jades at the base of this, and then there's rubies here. So you can pop those 6 jades out.
Yep. Yeah, no shit.
They're each 1 pound, and they're perfect circle cut.
Okay, just quickly add this.
I like it how all the like adventuring stuff we do is never the actual source of our money. It's like a means to an end.
Yeah,
How many did you say there were? 6 jades?
yeah, and they're each, I just looked at 100 gold each. So when you pawn those, I would wait until you're not in this part of the country.
Well, obviously. Wait, is there actually a jade item that I could drag in?
Nope, apparently
No.
not. But it's on the fucking wiki.
Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna also go after the ruby.
Okay, you'll have to roll me again, and
Yep.
I don't know if you'd be at disadvantage because they are way higher. Like, they're barely in reach. Like, I'd say 2 of them are at reach because they're at the bottom, because it's a giant fucking telescope.
Yeah, I'll go for the 2 instead of all of them. 18 again.
Yeah, you can pop those out. Easy. Oh, shit. Okay, I might have made a mistake. It's fine.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
You can also say that they're not worth as much as it says on the
Yeah.
on the thing.
I know.
It's your world, it's your economy.
Yeah, even if you want to adjust the 100 for the jade, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I have a thing.
That said, I can always use extra money to copy higher level spell scrolls in my book.
Yeah.
Lord knows Yuriko's gonna be searching for teleport right about now.
That is true.
So how much for the ruby?
Put them down for 200 each. I looked it up, and the actual price of them would be 5K, and I'm like, no. You don't
Yeah,
get
that's
that much
understandable.
money.
I mean, you could also say like it's not as good of a cut. So
For royalty?
even royalty can have like kind of cut
True.
because it's still fucking expensive.
Give me a second as I set this up.
God, I have so much. There's just so much shit with me now. I still have the 3 sets of cutlery from the Saints place.
True.
You could sell that here as well.
That's the one I can actually sell. Because it's in a completely different area.
Where are you 3? Fucking get over here.
We
I'll set you all over here. This is the first time you've seen Malcolm since getting down here. Ooh, my dad recorded Chicago for me. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Jeremy, roll me wisdom for me.
Okay, hold on.
Roll me wisdom for me, yes. Good lord, Clover. Use English! Oh yeah. Masky seems agitated, oddly, during this whole thing. He doesn't seem agitated at the whole coronation thing. More so, you feel like
coronation at night.
Yeah, moonrise. The reason why it's at moonrise, I guess, she'd be more than happy to tell you. That is because, the legends of Skyria state that that the Korol family were basically blessed by gods, from, like, the moon gods, which is what Stygian is, but more so they were blessed by specifically Vis. So it's technically true.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Masky, is very, like, you can feel him, like, antsy, looking at, like, you can feel him, like, trying to pull your attention to Asmo. He's still very quiet after the conversation you had last night. And Asmo, your not perception actually. What is your passive insight? Jeremy, would you let it, like, visually slip that you know what the mask is thinking?
I guess.
So you'd be, yeah. Asma, you notice as Jeremy is, like, not, I want to say staring you down, but he doesn't really have eyes, so he can't blink. So it's more so like his eyes he is looking at you. Hello, why are you lighting?
Just because I'm trying to see if it puts the effect on me.
You have the effect on you.
No, it's too big. It's supposed to be this. Did that change it at all?
Nope.
Odd.
I'm just gonna
Whatever.
say, can I help you, Jeremy? I don't know why I asked. You can't talk.
Take that. I ought to take you by your ankles and shake you down for what you're worth. You really are nothing but a thief, aren't you?
Is this news to you?
Man, I wonder what those five are gonna think. You know, they talk a lot of shit for me, but at least I don't steal from these people. When I kill people, I'm at least doing something I'm supposed to be doing. That's my life. You're taking from these people who already live in such harsh conditions. And you think I'm a monster. He's being a big hypocrite, and I know he's making no sense, but he's angry.
Harsh condition. Did you step foot into the same mansion that we did?
Yeah, do you know how long it might have taken them to get there? Because they were living in practically teepee huts when I was last here.
Yeah, when you were last here. That's not what they're living now. I see no problem with it.
Jeremy, roll me a strength saving throw.
I love how you guys are doing this at the coronation.
To be fair, there wasn't a chance for him to do that before. Okay. Damn, you can feel, Jeremy, you feel the mask, like, he can't do much more, but you can feel him very much tightening his grip on the Lord's Bane, which I think you still have with you.
Yeah.
as she begins her.
As I think it's prudent you stop while you're ahead. Or at least stop while you still have one.
Can't hear you, buddy.
I'm
The
just
guard.
gonna
This guard.
kind of shoulder nudge Yuriko.
Yeah, the guard kind of turns and glares at you as if to say, "Hey, shut the fuck up."
Apologies.
Yuriko's watching what's happening in silence, and like she seems like she's like not even really responding outside of like the physical force that your that your elbow is exerting to push her as you're nudging her.
What's with the wimpy fox over there?
Have you been paying attention to what's going on, Yuriko?
You two roll me insight.
Who is two?
The not Yuriko.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you can tell with that. She's kind of, well, Jeremy's shit all. I feel like
well,
Visara's distracting him.
Kind of.
So what you can tell is that like there's definitely something that's bothering her, but she's also like it seems like she doesn't feel like this is the right time to share it, considering that there's a big ceremony going on and she wants to be like polite and respectful for that.
Very sweet of her.
Just gonna say, all right, later, and I'm gonna face forward.
Fair. As she approaches, this noble is mostly a placeholder because I didn't want to make. You see a much more taller, more imposing figure wearing a crown as he takes it. But he only wears it for a moment before he takes it off and places it on a nearby pedestal. And hands her sort of this beautiful opalescent bauble, and she takes her rapier, which you notice is made of gold and silver. And she turns to face the crowd, and she starts to recite something in a language you don't understand. But that's fine, because Masky sort of is like he's sort of getting it. I don't know if he would say it. He's trying Masky is like divided. He's watching the thing because he cares about these people, wants to punch Asmodai in the face, and also wants to show off that Asmodai's a thief. I'll say this, you hear him mumbling along, kind of. You hear strength, defense, protect, the name of the country, Skyria, like all sorts of these things, before the king pulls out his own rapier and, much like a knight is, gently places it upon both shoulders, and then, unlike a knight, taps her gently upon the top of her head, and from behind takes a different crown and places it upon... She removes her tiara and places this beautiful crown with a purple amethyst in the middle on top. And again in Skyrian, he says something quite cheering, and everyone on the other side, that is Skyrian, starts, like everyone here starts cheering very loudly. So you can assume that this process, for the most part, is finished, like the big ceremony part, as they begin their cheering for her.
If I may add something to the ceremony?
Sure.
So Jeremy has a thought. He doesn't know if it's his own or her Visara's, but he approaches the queen.
Oh boy.
Oh, shoot. Well, immediately everyone's like half on guard. The king is like suspicious and puts a hand, well, the ex-king, because he's now passed that to her, but she looks upon you.
He then cuts his thumb on the edge of
Oh
the
my
Lord's Bane.
God, you're gonna Lion's King her.
Simba.
And
Here's the
using his own
circle of
blood,
life.
mark her forehead with a crescent moon.
Oh, I love that, actually, yeah.
Can we give Jeremy inspiration?
I already gave it to him. I can't give him another one.
I am just racking up the inspiration points.
Like, fuck.
Except they don't stack.
They
You
don't
gotta start
stack.
using them, bud.
As you do this, once again, he stands beside her, and he says a different phrase. But when he does, this group, erupts in even more thunderous as they sort of approach. All of, like, you, mostly. Some of them bowing in respect, some of them mostly wanting to get a better look, as, you know, you've basically just confirmed, like, yeah, this is the real Vise. And these guards are like, yeah, get the fuck away from her. Mostly to the commoners, not to you, because you're big. But there's a distraction now, if you two want to bring this up.
So, what's got you bothered?
We have to get back to Ver.
And end scene. Next stream will be next week. I'm excited. I'm very excited for y'all to do that interlude. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Bye!
Bye!
Eh,